And because I was working in education, the tech had to be free. Ah, there you go. I can see you now. The tech had to be free. From that, I was able to craft a list and to actually explain how this is used for somebody who wants to launch a business. So I outlined from the moment somebody's interested in what you do, what do they click on to find out more, and how do you serve them, like create content for them, etc., using software that is free, even create some summaries, podcasts. There was one, and if you upload, so I uploaded my CV and I said, okay, I wonder what they're going to say about it. So you upload your CV and then it creates an audio version of your CV. And that audio version is a podcast of two people. A podcast of two. Oh, Marlene, you're here. Okay, it's a podcast of two people talking about the document you've uploaded. Some of it, it's a bit like an MC that needs to fill in the blanks and fill in the gaps. So these podcasters, these two people are filling in the gaps for you. I wonder if, that's not what I intended to do, but shall I show you? Shall I show you how it works? So I've been spending all night on this. We've been trying to create Facebook ads and get our pixels sorted so that we can track the analytics from the time somebody clicks on the Facebook ad, and when they click on the website, where do they go? What do they touch? Very interesting stuff. Absolutely. And whilst we are here, I would like to introduce everybody to Something Better Today. Please connect with her. We were college buddies. I used to study in Jamaica, and Marlene is in the Bahamas. And she came over a few years ago. Was it 2019, before the pandemic? And I found out that whilst we were at college, there was a big revolution. We were all dressed in black and white and nobody would eat from the cafe and all the rest of it. She was the instigator, Marlene. Yeah, so anyway, so she's in Panama now. And Marlene, she will tell you all about herself. Actually, Marlene, do you want to join? I think you can join on here. Can you join live and tell us a bit about you? The other thing, the reason why I put Marlene on the spot is because Marlene knew nothing about going online. Nothing. So she's one of my clients. Although she's my friend, she was one of my clients. And I told her about using Zoom. She's like, what's Zoom? Now the girl is dancing on Zoom, cooking on Zoom. The girl's on TikTok. Can you believe it? So, Marlene, if you can join. I don't know if I can add you. Can I add you? Can I add? Ooh. Can I add? No, I can start a question. Something better. I don't know how to do it. I don't think I can. I can only add you as a moderator. So that's my girl. Who is that? Who's speaking there? I do not know why you have been added here. It may be that you have looked at some of my posts, and it's good that you asked that. The way how the algorithm is working is things that you are either interested in, things you have looked at in the past, and when a person goes live, you will suddenly see them, because I've been seeing people live and I'm like, why am I here? I don't want to know about this. I find myself in some strange homes. So I understand what you're saying. You can go, but I'd love you to stick around. And there you go. There's one of my clients texting me now. So you can always be learning, getting to know more. And I realize I haven't been putting myself on here enough. So I have been told I need to be more visible. And this is me being visible whilst I was doing the dishes, yeah, to help my mum. So, see, it's 10:57 and I'm responding to a client. It happens, and that's why I'm here. Let me tell you another thing that another reason why I decided to add what I do, not just because I decided to live. No more excuses. Yes, I'm an author, and that's my book. I decided to live, no more excuses. That's version 3.0, the final one. Big up London. Yes, I'm in London. And wow, I didn't know how interesting this is. I've never been on live for this long, except to say, if you do this and you do that, then you do that and you do that, and this will happen. Wish you all a luck. Bye. And go off. But I've never stayed here to talk to anybody. And this is really interesting. I might get into this. But anyway, this is what I wanted to do. I'm not using my how do I? No thanks. Let me get started. Oh, don't want workspace. Let me see. So I'm holding my phone cell, but I'm using the computer, and I'm going to show you something on the computer. Now, one of the things I talk about in the course, but I thought, let me just show you anyway. I'll just show you. I'll demonstrate it, and then to you it will be like, wow, it does that. Oh my gosh. So anyway, let me see if I can flip the screen and show you. So if I don't see the screen or see what you're saying. So it's called Notebook LM. So I go to create new. So this is how I used to do videos for my students. Really weird, holding the camera. So you upload whatever your source is. Let me flip it round. Hopefully you're not looking at my nose. I just didn't want to show you my entire screen because I might have my millions on. Not really. Not yet. So, let me see. All right, I've got a food CV. So let me just show you that. All right, so I've got a food CV and it's, yeah, just got all the information. That's another side of me, another conversation for another day. Then you click on open, just click on open, and then it will upload. I'm just showing you what it does. And I talk about it in my course, okay? So here, the document has been uploaded. Here it's summarized. You see how quickly it was in a matter of seconds. This document presents Janice Williams, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Now, if you want to give an overview of your document, is this useful to you all? Just let me know. Next time I cook sausages, make sure they're not upside down. Just a bit of advice. Okay, I only do vegan and vegetarian, so here, so I'll remember that piece of advice for sausages. Add note, so I could add a note here if I wanted to add a note about that document, okay? But equally, I can create a mind map. So just from that document, I just want you to see how quickly it's generating the mind map. It's based on that PDF document. And yeah, it's live. There you go. If I click on it, I'll show you what it looks like. So this is a mind map of my CV. Okay. So here, let me just make it a bit smaller. So here it's got the name of the document, what it consists of, the profile, experience, qualifications, CPD, employment history, contact information. And then I can click on the button and it explores it even further. It goes into more detail about it. So when I look at my industry experience summary, right, now that, let's say I wanted somebody to see that and be able to see more detail about the industry experience, yeah, without having to read the whole CV, I just download that and there you go. It's a PNG and I can include that wherever I want to. So you can create an image of your mind map. And if you're doing a course or creating something that you want people to be able to use in the future for your business, there you go. Now here is the beautiful bit. You see this? Now, I've not seen video overview. So I can customize the audio, but I just want it to generate an AI podcast based on my source. So it's going to create a podcast. Now, hopefully let you hear it. Let me know if you can hear it. Okay. Okay, so it's generating. Whilst it's generating, this is a new thing. And that's another thing with apps. You'll always find something new. Generate and explain a video. Presented to you by AI. You don't understand what that means. Do you know how much work you reduce by just using something like this? And did I tell you it's free? Did I tell you it's free? Yep. So it's me here talking. It's like, did you know? Now you can see the face behind the sound. Did you know how much work this reduces for you? So it takes more time for things like video and audio. I've never seen the video. That's new. So they're always, the thing with these apps, especially the free ones, get in whilst it's a beta version, whilst we're just at the beginning stages. I'm really sorry. I hope you don't mind me sharing this, but you know, I'm doing I'm talking to you all, and this is what I'm seeing in the background. Poor thing, encroaching on his. Yeah, I mean, I'm really lucky because usually I'd be doing a Zoom and he's walking across the chair. You just see a cat behind me, and that's my baby from 8 days. Not literally my baby, but he was born under our settee here. And at 8 days old, his mother rejected him, and he needed to be fed, or he would have died. So, yeah, Roblox. Let me look at that. Whilst this is all generating, it's generating a lot of audio, a lot of video. Let me just look at Roblox. Roblox. What is that? Oh, it's a video game. I'm not playing any video games today, but thank you. Yeah, so talking about games, I don't put aside anything that people say. Gamification is a term used. So although I'm not using Roblox, we do create things that look a bit like Roblox, and you use certain software, which is usually quite expensive, between 6 to 8 thousand, for that software. And it's a French company that does that, and it's 3D animation and looks like real people walking. Yeah. So when you get into design, one part of my experience in the background is I used to teach computer programming, and I was a programming lead for 7 years. 7 years at one college, and then I freelanced for a further about 10 years. So 17 years doing computer programming, building computers, building websites, and that kind of thing, the old version. And then I moved on to actually working for large corporates, building out their e-learning. So it's more structured and really specific, and there's specific software that you use. Okay, so look, it's generated. Let me show you. So this is the audio overview. For anyone who's just joined, I uploaded a PDF. It created a summary of the PDF. I got a mind map of the PDF. Do I still have it open? No. And now it's creating an audio based on the PDF. It didn't need to create this one. Let's listen. Let me keep quiet so you can hear. And you can actually download it or share. So let me just go with it.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're doing something a bit different for our deep dive. We're taking just one source, a single professional CV, but it's incredibly rich. And we're going to unpack the really surprising career path of this individual. They seem to have mastered totally different fields. Our mission really is to figure out how these seemingly disconnected experiences actually link up, and what that tells us about expertise itself.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it, how just one document, this CV, can reveal such a tapestry of skills. You've got the super technical stuff right alongside really broadly applicable skills. It gives you some pretty surprising insights into career development, I think, and
just based on your document.
So,
two people
let's get into
talking.
it. Let's unpack this profile for you.
Okay, sounds good. Let's start where the profile seems to really lay its groundwork as a food inspection and legislation professional. Now, for those of us maybe not in that industry, what does that actually involve? How deep does that kind of expertise run?
Oh, it's definitely not just surface level. The profile immediately mentions things like food inspection audits and reviews for SMEs, that's small and medium businesses. And
okay, so you don't need to hear any more about me. But what I'm excited to see is I want to see the video. So I'm waiting for the video to come up because that's a new feature. But yes, can you see this being useful to you? Oh, wow. Okay. Can you see this being useful to you? Can you see how you might be able to use it in business? Talk. Tell me. Tell me what you think. Tell me how you'd use this. And it's free. It is free. Okay. And one day I was quite tempted to send my CV as an audio. Now that they've got a video, intro video or whatever, narrated video. Wow, can you imagine sending your CV as a narrated video? And it's like, if you don't want to look, you can listen. That might be for a job you don't really want. Or if you do want, you can actually have it as links on a CV that you send to an agency. And if they want to, they may forward it on to the client. Or you might have a website, which is the best place for the audio. So people can sit down and take the time, because that's 11 minutes long. I can split that up in another app. I can show you another app that I use. I'm just full of apps. I just love software. I love all things software. And if I could create a load of software, oh my goodness. Yeah, so people have done it for me, so I don't need to do it. So let me just show you, whilst it's doing that, let me just show you my dashboard. So when you upload, you can upload one video, right? One video, and it creates so many. So I've got saved 64 projects, but these were all individual videos. These are individuals. If I go to this video, right? This video was about 22 minutes long or something like that. I think I can click on it. When I click on it, it's created. Oh no, this is just the one video. But the one video I can break up into many. I just wanted to show you how I did that. So I think this one. Yep, that one video was broken up into all these videos. And what it does is it gives you a hook. It gives you a description. So every single video that it creates, it gives a heading, it gives a summary, and you can get the scoring of your hook for that video to tell you whether or not it's going to be something that will trend. It will, get a high rate of clicks. And then when I'm ready and I'm like, right, I like that, I can just click publish on social. I can actually just do it here. I can just, like, this one's already published. So I just go to this, I just click here, tell it where I want it to post. So I've got all of my things, my LinkedIn, I've got my TikTok, and I've got my YouTube, and it will just post to all of them. So if you see me all over the place, it's like, oh, Janice. I remember somebody said that to me one day. They saw me and they said, Janice, you're just all over the place. I'm just seeing you everywhere. You're always on the video. You're always recording. No, I just recorded one. And this software clicked it up and it's posted it in all different places. Yeah. So I can post. I know we may have heard people say this before, and then we're like, yeah, I don't understand it. But when you start doing it and you start realizing how powerful it is and how much time it can save, you will invest the money in what you need. You'd invest the money. At the moment, Opus Clips has a 50% off. I don't know if I've got a link. If I do, I'll put it in the bio. But use the software that's out there so that you can spend more time in your excellence, spend more time in your professional, in your area of professionalism. The cat's still cleaning himself. I really don't know. He was out earlier on. Oh dear. Yeah. So that's that. So let's go back to the video. Oh, I think it's ready now. Now we are both gonna view it together. I have never seen this, so let's do it. I think it's this one. This is a video. Let's just click on from bananas. I used to work in a banana pack house. That's why it mentions bananas. Let me see. Oh, sorry.
CV. And you might think a CV, but honestly, the amount of information, the story packed in here, it's fascinating.
It really is. It shows how seemingly unconnected skills can actually build something really powerful. Well,
okay, this looks like it. Coming up. Ooh, ah. Oh, let me press play. Join.
Hey there. Want to share your thoughts on this?
Okay. No, this is audio. So where is the video overview? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. No! Oh my gosh. I can use this in business. I do food safety training, so I could send this to people. Hallelujah. Anyway, let me just show you. So I don't know what
All
it's
right,
done.
welcome to the explainer. Today we're going to tear apart a CV. But hold on, we're not hiring. We're actually on the hunt for a blueprint. Yeah, a blueprint for what it really takes to become an expert in a field that, let's face it, affects every single one of us: food safety. So let's kick things off with a bit of a riddle. What on earth could a banana packhouse, somewhere in the tropics, possibly have in common with one of London's most massive engineering projects ever, the Jubilee Line extension? I mean, they sound worlds apart, right? Well, the answer is they're both key stops on one person's incredible journey to becoming a modern food safety expert. And by following that path, we're actually going to map out what true modern expertise really looks like. Yeah,
Oh,
it
look
turns
at
out
this.
the road to this kind of expertise, it's not a straight line at all. It actually starts with this really surprising mix of skills.
I'm just going to go forward just so you can see what it looks like.
Solver mindset shine.
Oh my days.
Picture this. Frames the inspector, not as some kind of enemy, but as a genuine partner in making things safe. Okay, so we've looked at the three pillars, right? The scientist, the educator.
Oh my days. I'm so glad I spent time on this live with you. Now I can give this to my clients. I have a food safety session that I'll be doing on the 18th of August, 17th of August. Yeah, the 17th. And then on the 24th again. Yeah, 17th and 24th. And the 24th is when I'll do the exam. So, real people, preparing for food safety. So, this is really great if you, oh my goodness, I'm going to go to town on this, and it's free. I think for a certain number of credits that you use. and and then there's a paid version. But you can have a document. Let's say, for instance, you have a document, you don't know how to design it. This is just for basic to start. You need to start. The thing in business, just start. As you go along, people will tell you more of what they're looking for. By then, you could pay more money to people to do stuff for you in a way that's more branded and all the rest of it. But for now, this is amazing. You can upload a document that tells people what you'd like, them to know about what you can do for them, and add pricing and whatever, and see what comes out here. Because it may be that the interactive will show you. And when you download it, what format can you download? It downloads as an MP4. Let me see, share. Right, you can share a link, you can download it as an MP4. Right, I was wondering if it downloaded as a PowerPoint. No, it's definitely an MP4. But you can then go and put that in something like Canva, and you can do a presentation slide by slide, and then speak over it. You can take their voice off and speak over it if you want. I wouldn't even bother with that. That's too much work. If they're doing it and they're doing it so great and they're selling you, yeah, well, fine. Let's go. And you know how this can work? And this is how AI works with you as a tool. So you go into ChatGPT or whichever one, and you tell it exactly what kind of document you want it to create, exactly what your offer is, who you want to offer it to. And once you've tweaked everything and it's given you the final document, upload it into here. I bet you it's going to create an amazing podcast, amazing video. And you see the same video, I can download it as an MP4, upload it into Opus Clips. Opus Clips will split it up into several. Oh, can you see how you can make money from content? Anyway, I'm getting too excited about AI, but I love application software. I really do. And the reason why is the worlds it opens to you, you know, the masses of opportunities without you having to do all the work. If I take it from where I'm coming from the era just after the manual typewriter. That's why I didn't like typing, because your fingers would get all caught in it and I'd have to unstick my fingers. So I started by using the electric typewriter. From there, you know, you had the Wang, you had the Word Star, Lotus 123. You see where I'm coming from. So yeah, we've moved on to some amazing things. That's why for me it is so mind blowing. All of these apps, and now with AI, oh my God, the possibilities are endless. So please, please, please do grab that course, because I go through this and other things. And now looking at this, I think I'm going to do some screenshot screen grabs of me using it to show you how it's used and what is possible. So that will be the next thing that I'll add to it. So once you join the course, anything I add, you'll see in there. And it's £17. It's not much more than that. And I do know that sometimes even £1 is too much. So when you do have it, it's going to be there, not forever. I'm going to be pulling the plug at the end of August. So get your £17 and get that course, because there's so many apps there that can make your life dreamy. And then you'll end up being comfy wumpy like this one. Yeah, he's over there now, nice and comfy. He's all cleaned. Shall I touch him? If I touch him, he'll have to start cleaning all over again. These cats. Yeah, so the only message I can see is about cooking yeah. Oh dear. So I think my friend has gone. Oh, there's 9 votes. Do you want to know more? Let me see. What have people said? 78% have said yes. Well, I did show you more. And there's a lot more out there. So what I will do is I will take note of this and start actually doing more. I think would you like me to start putting more on here? I've not been going live because I had life to deal with, but yeah, maybe I should go live and put more. But anyway, I started off by saying, you know, look after those who are older in our families, because when they start losing their independence, yeah, it can be quite an emotional journey, and you're going to get there. So it'll be good for you to learn from that experience and start preparing yourself for it. Yeah, that's all I'd say. Decide to live. No more excuses. So I'm going to end the poll now, and I am going to recommend you jump online, access this software, and you get yourself going. You can get yourself moving very quickly. Now, if you want my help, there are 3 phases. So the first phase is you just want to get this idea out of your head and you want to know how you go about it. How do you start? And we go right up to building the first funnel. The reason why I did that, backstory, years ago, is it years ago? Yeah, a few years ago, after I've written the first version of the book, I paid a woman £700. £700. Thinking, that's it. I could breathe now. Somebody will take over and just do it for me. No. What she did is helped me to understand how to get clear on who the avatar is, who I want to serve, etc. And then this is before AI. And then she says, okay, then run along. If you want any more help, that's more money. So I said, but if the copy is so simple, can't you help me to do the copy? If you look at these landing pages, they're really simple. It might just only be a few words at the top, a little description in your bio. It seems simple, but when you think about how to attract people, because people are seeing so much information all over the place, so many glossy ads, it's getting harder and harder to reach people to purchase your brand or your product. So this is where you need somebody who can help you with copy. AI is very good. It can help you create hooks based on current research and what people are searching for, SEO. But SEO, they say, is dead. It's not really dead. It's always good to have your keywords. And as you develop and grow, you'll get better and better. But anyway, we come out. I remember when I asked her for the copy, I would have to pay an additional, was it £200? But after paying 700, I'm thinking, nah, mate, everything you're going to add, you know, if I ask you, all right, can you show me how to build it out? Can you show me how to do an email marketing campaign? Can you show everything was an additional £200 to £1,000? I said, nah, let me learn by myself. And when I look back, it's been almost 10 years. I should have paid the 200. I would have been further along. So this is where I see investments are so important. And they really do help you to grow. One of my investments was printing this in hard. It was about 1,600 to get 30 of these done and 30 of the other one. I also have software where I do the index for my own books. I used to do indexes for other people. So when you have something that is like a finished version, a finished product, it makes people want to pay a bit more attention to what you do. And it just means you don't have to keep repeating yourself. Oops. Have to keep repeating yourself, and you might miss something you should have told them, you didn't tell them. That's the reason why you write a book, not just to say, I wrote a book. But there does come a time when you get a bit tired of thinking, oh, I've got to say the same thing again and again and again. Yeah, I'll get you to design your own office. There's a little activity there all about the psychology of how people buy in marketing, and creating your own funnel is also in my book. And there's a ebook version, so you can get the ebook version so that you can use it and follow. Now, I have been told by people who have bought my book just to support, they're not really readers, and they have said to me, it's a real easy read. They didn't realize that so many aspects of who I am is actually in the book. I am my book. I'm a living, walking, breathing version of my book. It's not just a book where I've told people, you do this, you do this, you do this, and you do this, and that's how you do it. And if you don't do it, then, you're crazy. No, it's not. Another thing that I try to do is to express empathy, sympathy, and just be nice to people. So there have been times I've gone to prospective coaches. They have ads, tell you to contact them if you're interested in doing X for your business. And when you contact them, and this happened, when you contact them, and if you haven't got the investment they're looking for, okay, well, when you sort out what you sort, and I never forget that they were asking me about what I'm going through, and you get all emotional and whatever, and they're like, yeah, I really see that. Anyway, when you've got the money, my number, you can come back to me. Yeah, but take care, bye. And that's it. It's like, huh? Is that it? in business, a lot of coaches are like that. So my aim is to give as much as I can. Obviously, it's my time. I do some pro bono stuff, but I also direct people to things that are free that I think might be the foundation they need before they can move on to that bit. And then I'm here. I'm always here and always available for you to, glean from, learn from, until you are ready to make that investment. And you can make that investment and make good of it. Make real good of it. So in parting, I will tell you these. So this is my business card. You'd be like, what? That's a bookmark. It's a business card. A business mark. Anyway, so that's my launch in 30 days. Yeah. And these are, now it's your turn. I always give people homework to do. So what do you do? Who do you help? And how will you serve in a way that builds trust? So when you're thinking of your business, think of those 3 things, okay? So I look forward to the next live. I don't know when it will be. It will just be random, and it will come up. That's no problem, Marlene. I'm always here to help where I can because life is difficult. So I've got a few clients on the boil, and if you are interested, the very first phase where we just get it out of your head, we get it done and whatever, and get your copy. We start looking at your funnel, your copy and everything, and we look at the actual journey they're going to take for your offer, because everybody's offer is different. Everybody's funnel or ecosystem, which I call it, is not going to be the same, and that's $199. Okay, if you want just my team to help you to build and grow something you've already started, but just to continue helping you, that is like a VA service, but it's for SMEs, where it has a weekly catch up with me or my assistant. The more people we get, it means I need to split out the work, and it'll be myself and my assistants. And what we do is we strategize in that meeting. We look at what you've got. We look at what you need. We look at any training that you need. So I'll give you any training, or you need to know how to use MailChimp to do this. Okay, you click here, click there, click there. Just like a screen share here, but not holding my phone. It'll be on Zoom. So it's a proper screen share. And then you'll get the video after that you can watch. So it's not quite a VA service alone. With content at the end of it. It is strategy, accountability, somebody to talk to during that period, and that's $8.99 a month. Cancel anytime. But if you want me to do the whole shebang with you from beginning to end and include a month of that VA service, then that is $3,000. So now you know what we do, what we offer, and what is available. I look forward to serving you success. Take care, have a brilliant day, and remember, look after those who are older than us, because we never know when we will need help too. We're going to get there. Take care for now. Bye.